think Slerf is showing a little bit of strength too now. Fair enough. It went down. And I think the problem with Slerf is that it's following Bitcoin. Okay. You have to bear that in mind. One day Slerf is going to be really powerful because Bitcoin is powerful. So the good thing about yesterday's price actions, we haven't yet made an all-time low. We got really close, but we haven't done it yet. And we're still finding resistance on this previous pivot. So there. Now this, someone sold a large amount yesterday. You see that? That's a big sell. And unfortunately, I haven't got the market data to see if that was what kind of sell that was. Well, this is perpetual contracts, but you know, other markets will impact the price here. But there's quite high volume on this exchange, on this sell. So you'd expect this to be a short, right? 58 million. That's quite high volume. And I think what the bulls want to do right now is to close the price above this candle. For me, that's going to be a massive sign of strength if that was to happen. So let me just kind of zoom out a bit. Let me just update my let me just get rid of these brush strokes now. We'll keep that one. Let me update the volume first. Oh, it was Ali Hash saying that was a big sell on Radium because the dev tweeted he was launching a new token as a joke. People got scared for a few minutes. I bought that. Well done. So you see the value area lows move down a little bit. That's what we want to see. We want to see the value area low move down. Okay. Point of control is where it is. And now the value area high is slightly higher. We're putting a lot of volume here. So I wouldn't be surprised, and there's a lot of volume here. I wouldn't be surprised if the value area moves down in the next week or so, a few days. I wouldn't be surprised because look, you can see that we're putting in a lot of volume in these lows here. Okay, eventually what you'll have is you have more volume in the lows here. The value area will shift down, and then maybe if we can get more volume than the point of control, you'll end up with a point of control in the lows. Okay, the minute that happens, that's ultra bullish. Yeah, the minute you see that, that's why I keep a track of it, because once you see that, that's going to give me confidence to start leveraging, because right now I'm not leveraged, I'm just in spot. Okay, because I'm waiting for like a real sign of strength. Okay, and we're not there yet. We're still trying to put volume in outside of the value area, and what we want to do is two things. One, we want to hold the all-time low. We don't want to make an all-time low. It hasn't happened yet. Okay, things could change if we make an all-time low, but not necessarily in the short term, in the longer term, because if you put in an all-time low, then you have to put in an all-time high, then you have to make a higher low, and you know, like, it's a process. If we hold the low here, then the next time we make an all-time high, we're into bullish market structure, because we've held a higher low and now we're making higher highs. Okay, so as long as we can hold the higher low here, which we are, as long as we can put in volume here, which we are, and as long as we can either get back into the value area low or shift the whole of the value area lower down with the point of control at the lows, then this is going to be a really amazing bullish setup for the upside. Okay, we're not there yet. So we, as you can see, we're finding resistance on this pivot here, and what we need now is to go up and flip it. And then what we need to do is we need to attack this trend line and see what happens. Okay. Technically, the bump and run is still in play, but you just have to wait for a breakout and some kind of back test into support. In my mind, breaking out above the high volume node and back into the high volume node would be the best place to long. And then you have your invalidation, which is the pivot that's just put in there. You could long here, but you're longing into resistance. That's the problem. Okay, so if you only spot this would be good, like a good spot purchase. This trade that I'm talking about is a little bit more of a leverage idea. And then if that happens, the same target, you know, the top of this line. So I think this is largely to do with Bitcoin. I am waiting to see if the value area moves down, and I think just a little bit more volume here, we could do it. A little bit more. All right, that's my Slerf update. I think if people are bullish, then this is a really good place to buy. Like, it's a fantastic place to buy. Okay. And if you're bearish, you would never short here, because you're literally shorting the lows of this overall range. Yeah. If you're bearish, you need to wait for the price to come back into some kind of SR flip for resistance. This is a resistance level here, but there's no great, it's not a great risk to reward return on this trade, unfortunately. Okay, so that's my Slerf update. You're only on spot. Well, what you can do is, if we break this trend line, there's a really nice leverage play here, by the way, if you're interested. You know, and I mean, it depends, because it's not, it wouldn't be difficult if we hold a higher low here, even with a wide invalidation right to the all-time low. That's still quite, relatively speaking, that's still a small invalidation. Yeah, because we are at the lows, and we could potentially put in a higher low here, and we could potentially break this trend line for a bump and run to the highs. You make another all-time high, and that low is put in. You're not expecting that low to be taken out again until the end of the bull market. So there is a really nice leverage play here, and it doesn't have to be all the way down to there. It could just be there. And the upside on that leverage play is off the charts. If you think that this could potentially go up to, what is that now? 40 cents. Let's just say 100x to $40. There's a really great play here. It's a risk 1,000 and make $780,000 in this play. Yeah, if that was to happen, just on that small invalidation. Okay, so is there something to bear in mind? That Slerf is a good place to buy spot, but this back test, you have a really nice bump and run play here. And let's get back up to the value area high, and you never know what could happen. And I think that's partly to do with Bitcoin. Okay, that's Slerf. Let's have a look at Atom.